I awaken on Monday to a knock on the door.
Mr. Franko?
Hello. I step outside to find Professor Potsdam smiling at me.
Good morning, dear. These are for you.
Election stuff, huh? I have to read all this right now? Why didn't she give them to me on Friday so I'd have time?
It's not too late to change your mind if you think this will be too much work for you.
Is she reading my mind?
Until then, toodaloo.
Well, she might have my number. But that's fine. I can still make this work, even if I'm lazy. I can still make this work. Okay, so meeting with William. Okay, so apparently to win the election, you have to get 5 election points, which is determined by what you pick here, what supplies you get, what your stats are, who's helping you, blah, blah, blah. So, I need to be, the way I am right now, the golden ego. The golden ego. Yes, the golden eagle. And I need to take the advance because I need money badly. And I need to buy... The posters don't actually do anything, but you get negative points if you don't buy at least posters and paper badges, but as long as you buy other stuff, it's fine. So I need paper badges and customized cupcakes. And hopefully that should be good. Oh, hello guys, you're helping me, so we can do this. Ta-da! This morning marks the beginning of the highly abbreviated Student Council campaign season. Rolls right off the tongue. The campaign materials have been delivered to my door bright and early. I have a few dozen cupcakes. They're a chocolate cake with a filling of gooey chocolate orange, iced with a mirror glaze, and then my name carefully hand-piped on top. Looking at these, I can see why the custom option was so expensive. Cupcakes aren't really a breakfast food. I stash them in my room to hand out after classes. I have some badges made out of gold paper in the shape of an eagle with wings spread. Written on each one in black ink, Franko for president. There's also a little box of straight pins to attach the badges to robes. I need to go out somewhere with a lot of people so I can give these away. I knock on Donald and Luke's door. Ready to go fight the good fight?
You bet! Are you sure you want me along?
You know a lot about attracting attention. Just don't set anyone's hair on fire.
Of course not! I already did that one. Logan's helping Jacob with his campaign, so he can't join us yet. But Jacob's going for treasurer, not president, so we're not rivals and we can still stand together.
Good to know. Now, let's go. I spend the next hour with my hallmates introducing myself to every student who passes and giving them my badge to wear. There's no time for serious conversation with anyone, and it would be hard to hear anyway, considering all the other candidates out on the quad this morning competing for their attention. I don't recognize all the candidates, especially the upperclassmen, but I know a few. Logan's roommate Jacob is easy to spot. He appears to be using a fireball as his symbol, and is giving out some sort of red candy. That wasn't on the school materials list, but I suppose there isn't a rule against buying candy ahead of time. And then there is Minnie Cochran, surrounded by well-wishers and nearly bouncing on her toes from excitement. Each student that she speaks to walks away with a yellow paper hand pinned to her robes. Well, I can't concern myself with her. I have a job to do. This is a good way to get my name out there, but it's tiring and boring. I should have thought about campaigning when I set my schedule. Oh well. Nothing for it now. I leave a little bit early so that I can have a table set up on the main pathway by the time the classes are letting out. I arrange the cupcakes in an artistic pattern and prepare to smile and wave. A number of upperclassmen cluster curiously around to see my fancy cakes, but I wave them away, proclaiming the best treats to be for freshmen only. This gets me approving smiles from my own classmates. Everyone likes to be special.
Hooray! You're all special to me, at least for this week. Okay, so now we're campaigning in earnest. And a new spell, it looks like.
Professor Potsdam clears her throat.
Ahem! Even when you are faced with a hostile creature, there are non-violent ways for you to protect yourself. You do not need to destroy a monster in order to pass it by. You only need to stop it from hurting you. If you are facing an enemy spellcaster, he will find it much more difficult to target you if he cannot see you. You might think of making the area dark or making yourself invisible, but those are not spells of life magic. Instead, target the source. You can stop someone from seeing by making them blind. Blindness is a temporary effect. It will wear off. It can be cured more rapidly by a spell of healing. While it lasts, any enemy who relies on sight will be unable to target you, and you may escape safely. However, creatures who are more reliant on smell or hearing may not be disrupted by blindness. And if you should happen to bump into a blind target, they will then know exactly where you are. Target is unable to see for 3 turns unless healed. Okay. Not as useful as I was hoping, but okay.
Another day, another morning of smiling and waving and trying to look my best.
Am I on my own? Okay, I failed, blah, okay, so final speeches. Funny that I can't skip through this.
The freshman slot is the last one of the day, but I chose to come in early and watch a few speeches to get a feel for how things are usually done here.
Okay, can I now go? Thank you.
That means it's my turn.
I like the informal one better. Oh no, I've messed something up. I don't have enough points. I'm supposed to have something happen before the whole voting. I think, well... Hold on, let me just see. No, they're counting the votes. Okay, so I need to actually... poop. Okay. I didn't quite have enough points. Maybe I do need to get posters as well. Alright, let's do this again. Just keep everything the same. Okay, so Golden Eagle. Take the advance. Maybe I do need all these things. Okay, so now we're gonna go out and do all the stuff. Did I really learn another spell this week instead? Okay, fine.
Professor Potsdam clears her throat.
Ahem! As we have discussed, sometimes in life you will be faced with those who mean you harm, and against whom you must defend yourself. Defense and offense are not the same thing. If someone attacks you and you attack them, then you are both harmed. What else might you do to prevent someone from attacking? For this, I need a volunteer.
What is she planning to do?
Sure.
Professor Potsdam may have an unusual approach at times, but I doubt she would actually harm a student. Besides, she prefers non-damaging solutions. I raise my hand.
Wonderful! Come up here. Now, I want you to make a fist and swing it at my face. Oh my god.
What?
Go on, I won't hurt you.
I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but still, I'd better swing to miss. Just in case something goes wrong, I don't want everyone to see me punch a professor. I lift my arm, and all of a sudden, the world drops out from under me. My brain and my stomach feel like they have parted ways, and my feet and hands are moving without my control. I stumble forwards, barely able to catch my balance, and suck in a breath of air as my head clears.
As you see, This spell left poor Franko quite unable to carry out his act of violence. You may sit down. Whether your target intended to attack you, or to cast a spell, or to run away, the results will be the same. However, this effect lasts only a moment. It does not leave your opponent permanently helpless, only prevents a single action. And of course, you yourself are unable to take any other action while you are casting the spell of staggering. If you stagger a fellow spellcaster, you force them to waste mana on fizzled spells, but you use up your mana as well. Unless you have a clever plan or some outside assistance, you have only delayed the resolution.
If I had a partner, E could act while I kept a monster staggered. Would there be any other use for holding a monster still for only a minute at a time?
Target is overwhelmed with dizziness, interrupting a current action. We will see. Okay, so now we're doing the stuff. Be informal. Really? Do I have to buy everything? Ugh. I really thought I had enough election points this time. I guess I must have totally misread what I'm supposed to do. Alright, in that case, guys, I'm gonna have to go back in time quite a bit to before I bought the green charm, which sucks, because I'm gonna have no money after this for a long time, so my green magic skill is gonna go up super slow. But I really want to do this, president thing, because I won't be able to really do it again. So I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, I didn't actually have to go back too far, which is great. So, I'm back. I'm back, baby. I spent all my money on the campaign. I don't have my charm no more. I'm poor forever. And, but things have stopped. So now we can see what I think was supposed to happen, which was my plan. So let's see what it is.
In the morning, I'm trying to practice my campaign speech when I'm interrupted by someone knocking at my door. Is that William? I open the door to have a look. Minnie Cochran?
Hi, Franko. Can we talk?
Sure.
In private?
What is going on here? I don't know, but I can't think of any reason to turn her down. I beckon her into my room, hoping it's sufficiently tidy. She steps inside and smiles at me.
First, I wanted to congratulate you on running such a strong campaign. You've made a real impression in a very short time.
I thought the congratulate your rival speech was something Americans did after the final results.
Well, in this case, it's important to do it now. You and we're very different. We bring contrasting styles and experiences in pursuit of the same goal. You're a wolf, I'm a butterfly. You're the mysterious foreigner, and I'm the girl next door. You look at ease in a party or a sports game, and I'm happier doing hard work in the library.
I'm a jock and she's a nerd? Is that her point?
Call a spade, huh?
But despite our differences, we both really want this position. I can't tell you how much this means to me. There's so much I want to do, especially for the freshmen, especially for the wild seeds. We need class-wide events early in the year, not just parties, to talk about our customs and how they differ. Right now, the newcomers don't even understand how much they don't know. They just feel lost. I realize that being president matters to you, too. I don't have to know your reasons to see that you're trying. As I said, we're very different. Yin and yang. Two halves of the whole. I think we each have about half the class behind us. But do you see what that means? Whichever one of us wins, the other loses, and half the class loses too. So, why don't we change the rules?
What do you have in mind?
When we go up to give our speeches, we announce that we have reached an agreement. Co-presidents.
Can we even do that?
I haven't found any school rule that says that we can't. Think about it. You win and I win too. We can work together. It'll be easier having someone to plan with.
Yeah, but what if we don't agree?
Then we'll just have to convince each other.
Not easy, with two people each insisting they're equally in charge. We could be locked in a constant stalemate. But that's only if we have completely opposite goals. Otherwise, it should be possible to compromise. And it would mean I got the title without having to do much of the work. I could leave most of it to her.
So apparently this is the only way you can become president, is if you agree to this deal. Otherwise she always wins. She has a little bit more of a half than I do. So, we will agree.
Alright, I can go with that. I offer her my hand to shake.
Great! I'll meet you after class with a new speech. I wrote one for both of us just in case.
She pumps my hand vigorously, then hurries out of the room. This should be an election to remember.
I'll say. I'm excited. I even got to sleep because of it. Alright.
Since Minnie was originally scheduled to speak first, she steps up onto the stage ahead of me and I wait for her announcement.
Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Minnie Cochran, and I am running for freshman class president. Like all of you, I am at the beginning of my magical career. We are all just beginning to stretch our wings. These 4 years in Iris Academy will shape our futures. We will develop. We will grow stronger. We will find out what we're made of. But there is one thing that we already know. We are stronger together than we are apart. We're only freshmen. We don't know everything yet. We have to pull our strengths to cover our weaknesses. When we do that, we can change the world. In that spirit of cooperation, my opponent and I have made an agreement which will reshape the future of Iris Academy. Franko?
To a chorus of confused murmuring, I step onto the stage. Hi, my name is Franko and I am running for class president. Like my opponent, I want to represent you on the student council to help organize events and promote our class throughout the year.
That's what we both want, to help. So what reason is there for us to compete against each other? And so, we are now running a joint campaign.
Whichever one of us you vote for, we will both do the job. Together. As she suggested, we take each other's hands and hold them up in a show of common cause.
Vote for the spirit of teamwork.
And we step down together to scattered applause.
My! Wasn't that exciting? What a coup!
It sounds like she's going to allow it.
Of course she is. She's so chaotic. Alright. Treasurer.
For president, I circle both names together. It really doesn't matter. For treasurer, I will vote for...
I will vote for Manuel, because I'd like to fight against Jacob on Minnie's route. Alright, we did it. So, I guess we'll do the first part of this. And I'm proud to announce that this year's freshman class president will be... shared between Minnie Cochran and Franko. Mr. President, yay!
We did it. They've accepted it. We are both president. But I wonder who would have won if we'd played out the vote.
She would have. Alright.
As the other students disperse, Professor Potsdam takes Minnie and me aside.
Wow! What a lovely braid the two of you have woven together. So many clever exceptions and interpretations.
So many.
Oh, you'd have to ask Franko.
Is she talking about the advance payment option my parents arranged?
I do hope you're prepared to deal with the consequences. You are both clever and determined young people, and you will have no one but yourselves to mediate your disagreements. It could cause a bit of commotion while you try to outwit each other.
Franko isn't my enemy.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I don't particularly have an agenda here, so I don't see how she would get in my way. Well, we'll just have to be scheming one of these days again.
Well then, shall we talk about your duties?
Yes! I'd like to arrange a class assembly as soon as possible, if you can tell me the most convenient time for everyone.
What sort of assembly, dear?
Oh, just an organized getting to know each other session. We were introduced during orientation, but we haven't all had time to talk. Many of the Wild Seed students still don't know who is who. It puts them at a disadvantage to the Magic-born. I thought we could start by talking about customs and traditions they might not have heard of, like Seining or the Three Kindred.
Seining? A blessing ritual performed over a magical child after E reaches the age of 1 year and 1 day, and is therefore considered to be self-aware. At the Seining, friends and family gather and welcome the new child into the magical community with gifts and song. And I think we've read upon the Three Kindred. Yeah, Earth, Ancestor, and Spirit. Okay.
And with the Dark Dance coming up this month, we can explain how it's celebrated and the proper...
Oh no. No, that won't do at all. I'm afraid I can't allow it.
What?
My dear cherub, every fledgling's journey is different. They must each find their own path. If you order them all to fly in one straight line, they will lose the opportunity to discover for themselves.
But if they don't know...
They must learn to ask questions. If any little bird approaches you and asks for your information, then of course you can answer. But you must not gather them up and lecture them. It is forbidden. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
After all, think how singled out the poor saplings would feel. It wouldn't be kind. You wouldn't want the whole class talking about how different you are, would you, Franko? I don't think your parents would like that.
No, ma'am.
There, you see? And you wouldn't want to upset the parents, would you, Minnie?
No, ma'am.
Then that's settled. I think that's enough for today, don't you? We'll meet again to discuss the preparations for the Dark Dance. But you are welcome to stay and get to know each other better.
Oh boy, she's already shipping. She sweeps out of the room and Minnie clenches her fist, breathing out harshly through her nose. Poor Minnie. I feel so bad. She has such big plans. I'll leave that for her, Root. It might be better to distract her. Besides, I honestly don't know. What is the Dark Dance exactly? She shakes her head.
Later.
With that, she walks out of the room. Well, I follow after her, but she's already hurrying down the hall. Up ahead, I see Jacob Blazing, the newly elected treasurer, leaning against a wall. Oh, so he won. He must have had his own meeting with Professor Grabner while we were occupied. So I have to deal with him regardless. Okay, fine. Minnie grabs his arm and pulls him along with her, leaning in close to speak. I can't hear her words, but I can tell from the tone that she's still angry, and he is trying to calm her down. Aw. I slow and fall back. I guess I'll talk to her later. After all, we have the whole year ahead of us. Well, maybe I can get those two together this time. We'll see. I'm no better than Professor Potsdam. Well, I don't have any money forever. As I'm getting ready to go out for the morning, there's a knock on the door. That's probably William coming to congratulate me. Really? I step outside. Oh, dang. Kyo, not yet, man. Wait, I'm not making plays this time. Okay, I'm trying to get her to break up with you and go out with Jacob, but that's it. Okay, not my best defense, admittedly. It's a guy I've seen around Wolf Hall, but I don't know his name. He must be either a sophomore or a junior. Hello? He glares at me for a moment, then sighs.
Huh. This is what she wanted. I can accept that. I guess I was wrong, and it wasn't meant to be.
Huh?
I just wanted to say you'd better take good care of her. Minnie deserves to be treated like a princess for the rest of her life. I respect her choice, but if you let her down, I will make you pay.
I think you've got the wrong idea. She is not my girlfriend. He looks at me like I'm an idiot and shakes his head.
Just remember what I said. If you hurt her, you will be sorry.
Maybe that guy should have been a toad instead of a wolf. His view of the world seems a little sideways.
Dang, roasted him.
I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna go, like, just window shop and pretend I have money. Alright.
Congratulations on becoming president. Well, co-president. You're setting a lot of records here. First exchange student, first freshman with his own room, first person to share the presidency.
I might not be the first, just the first you know about.
And modest, too. You've established yourself pretty well here. Guess you don't need a nursemaid anymore, huh?
Nursemaid? Ah. I'll have it off. I didn't do that before. Come on, you should say animal tamer instead. It looks better on your record.
There is that. I'll see you around.
Alright. Well. Yeesh, that was a lot. Let's see. Campaign manager, campaign planning, campaign footwork, cupcake table, campaign madness, Barbara versus Minnie, read that before, making a deal. Okay, we can read that.
Minnie proposed that the two of us become co-presidents instead of fighting it out in the election. After thinking it over, I agreed.
Election results.
The class elections were held today. Minnie Cochran and I are president, and Jacob Blazing is the new treasurer.
Plans derailed.
Now that we are presidents, Minnie wanted to organize some class assemblies to teach the wild seeds about magical customs, but Professor Potsdam wouldn't let her. She said that it would deny them the ability to discover things for themselves and make them feel unfairly singled out. She also hinted that too much attention to everyone's backgrounds might blow my cover, although of course Minnie wouldn't understand about that. Minnie was upset and went off with Jacob, the new treasurer.
Mysterious warning.
Some guy came to my room this morning. He apparently thought that Minnie was my girlfriend and warned me that if I hurt her, he would make me pay. I hope he realizes this is all just a misunderstanding.
And, well, we've read that before, so we can just continue on, I guess. Oh, hello, wait a minute. Don't be so hasty. It's my boy!
On Monday morning, I come out of my room into the middle of a conversation.
Have to help me? You could have let me carry the bucket myself. I probably wouldn't have spilled it. You shouldn't have filled it so full. Hey, it's cool. His shoes look better that way anyway.
Oh, is that what happened to grabbing her shoes? I should have guessed.
Yeah, but how am I gonna earn the merits back? I asked you if you wanted to help with the gardening. Isn't there something easier? How can gardening be hard? We only had to dig holes in the mud. Something not dirty? How is mud dirtier than Jersey dung? Something else! Try the library? Potsdam sometimes pins up requests on the back. The back of what? The back of the library, like I just said. Right.
I leave them to sort out their plans while I try to decide on my schedule for the week.
Well, I don't have a lot of stress, so I guess I'm doing green. Alright.
As I head back to my room, I hear someone coughing. I don't think anything of it until the cough repeats, louder and obviously fake. I look up to see Luke leaning against the wall, his eyes twitching nervously back and forth. You okay?
He
gulps.
Franko?
Yes?
Can you tell me how to find the library?
He doesn't know where it is? I guess, but why didn't you ask Donald?
I don't want him to think I'm stupid. He always gets things faster than I do. Sometimes I don't even know what he's talking about. So I have to fake it.
Sometimes I don't know what he's talking about either. I don't get his references because I'm not from here, so I just ask. I don't think he'd be mean about it.
I hate being the dumb twin.
It's not dumb to not know things if nobody told them to you in the first place.
So, can you tell me how to find the library?
Come on, I'll show you.
Even better.
I lead Luke into the library. Here you go. Books, magazines, and the librarian, Miss Darden.
Hi?
Haven't you been here before, child?
No?
I see. That must have been your brother.
Yeah.
He heads off into the back and promptly swings his arm into the magazine rack, knocking several issues onto the floor.
Sorry!
Lord have mercy.
He scrambles around to pick up everything he dropped. I don't really need anything here. I should probably go back to my room. As I'm thinking that, I notice Ellen sitting at a table with a stack of books scowling down at one that she has open. Is she doing a research project? I haven't had any assigned in my classes.
What happens if I talk? Is this the one where you can suggest she takes a break? Because I don't have to lie about anything this time.
Oh. Actually, you should ask Minnie Cochran. I bet she could explain. That's the kind of thing she wanted to do in her assemblies, isn't it?
I don't want to bother her.
I think she'd be glad to know someone was interested.
Maybe. Thanks.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. It wasn't the one I was thinking of where she was like mad about demons, but still. Oh, this is the thing. Okay, so we need to follow the footsteps so that we can talk. Oh. Oh no.
I knew I shouldn't have bothered chasing that sound. All I've gotten from my troubles is a bruised hip. Even if I get up and keep going, it'll be too late to catch whoever did this. It was probably just some stupid prank anyway. I may as well go back to bed.
Being laid back is fun. I just suck at everything. Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's ask Donald and Luke.
I knock on Donald and Luke's door.
Hey, Franko, what's up?
Hey, were either of you doing anything weird last night?
You mean like trying to take over the world? That's not weird. That's what we do every night.
Which one of you is Pinky and which... Oh, what am I saying? Who do I even have to ask? We all know who Pinky and the Brain is here.
I heard someone running in the halls. At least, I thought it was someone running. When I went out to look, I couldn't see anyone, and then something knocked me down.
Like an invisible person ran into you?
I don't know. I didn't feel a body, human or anything else. It was probably magic.
Maybe it was a poltergeist.
A what?
The spirit of an ancient pirate who was beheaded by the English Navy and now walks at night with his head under his arm dripping blood. Dude, we're not even near the coast. Pirates are cool, though.
I didn't see any dripping blood.
Maybe it's invisible blood, like ectoplasm. Maybe you slipped in it and that's why you fell. Maybe it's all over you right now.
I am pretty sure there are no dead pirates in the school.
We could fix that. That's not a bad idea.
I shake my head. Seriously, you don't have any ideas what was going on last night?
No, sorry. I guess you could keep an ear out to see if it happens again.
I guess. Thanks.
Oh, I'm not gonna ask William about it, but that's fine. Well, I'm good.
I'm trying to organize my papers when I hear a knock on the door.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Franko.
Hi.
Can you meet me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock? We need to talk about the dark dance.
Can't we talk about it now?
No, I've got rounds to make. I need to go around all the doors and speak to everyone about the study sessions and see if they have any other problems to address.
Should I help with that? It sounds like a presidential responsibility.
No, it's fine. I'm on top of it. So, if you're at my room at 9, we'll have time to go over all the planning before I have to go to the library and do tutoring. Butterfly Hall, left side, third door from the end. Just knock. I'll be awake. Don't come before 9. I have to get breakfast. Got it? Okay, bye!
She hurries away. I guess I'll see her in the morning then. She's got too much energy. Hey. Alright, nothing for me. Minnie asked me to meet her this morning, so I have to get up early. If this meeting doesn't take too long, I might still be able to get breakfast in the cafeteria instead of having to wait for lunch. I wander down to Butterfly Hall and knock on the door as I was told to. The door opens, and a girl steps out. Yes? Pastel Rao, the only student at Iris Academy who I'd actually met before coming to the school. The one person who has a chance of recognizing me, and therefore the last person I want to speak to up close. Of all the doors in the school, why did I have to accidentally knock on hers? Well, she's probably roommates with Minnie. I was looking for Minnie Cochran. Just a minute, I'll get her. She steps back inside and closes the door. She's Minnie's roommate? Ugh, this is terrible luck. The last time we met each other, she must have been 10 years old. Her mother was on yet another tour around the world, and they stopped to pay their respects to my parents, which turned into a week-long visit. Considering the things I've learned about Pastel's mother, I don't want to think about that visit too much. It's my parents' business, not mine. We didn't interact much at the time, Pastel and I. My family was providing hospitality, so it was my responsibility to offer to entertain her, but she mostly stayed in her room and played with her own toys. Still, I recognized her immediately. With her mother's eyes and her father's sylph wings, she's unmistakable. I hope I didn't make much of an impression on her back then. She doesn't seem to recognize me, but if she's Minnie's roommate and we keep having to run into each other... The door opens again, this time revealing the person I was actually looking for.
Hi, Franko! Let's go to the conference room. Jacob will be done with it by now.
Jacob?
He has to get up first thing on Saturdays to sort all the mail and cash allotments for delivery. That's the treasurer's job.
Sounds like he's been doing a lot more council work already than I have.
Come on, this way.
She leads me into an empty room.
All right, where to begin? Do you celebrate Samhain in your country or All Souls Day?
No, that's not one of our traditions. Some people wear Halloween costumes for fun, but they get that from American television.
Well, this is held on Halloween night, but isn't about costumes. At least not usually. The Dark Dance is a ritual which combines the European celebration of departed ancestors with a local respect for the spirits. We offer an invitation to the Jogao. It's a term for certain classes of otherworld beings to cross the threshold and dance with us.
A summoning ritual? Opening a gate to the other world and pulling creatures through sounds like a very dangerous dance.
No, that would be rude. It's an invitation, not a demand. The reason it's a dark dance is that we promise not to look at them. We make them welcome, and they can come or not as they choose. It was originally practiced by people who weren't wizards, you see, so it could have caused panic if they saw the joke out clearly. In modern times, most American families will hold their own small ceremonies on Halloween, but we arrange a larger one for the school. We have to create a mystical atmosphere that gives the impression of being on the borders of the other world, to make both worlds alike. Then, throughout the night, we celebrate in the dark, never knowing who or what our partners might be.
All night long?
If you stay awake until dawn, you're supposed to receive a blessing. And classes will be canceled the next day.
So we'll get a chance to sleep it off. Alright, what do we as the student council need to do?
Well, each class usually contributes to part of the atmosphere for the dance. the decorations, the music, so on.
I'm not sure how much decoration they need in the dark.
We'll all have to meet soon to determine which class has which tasks, so I thought you and I should talk and agree first. Is it all right if we try to do the incense?
Since this whole thing is new to me, it's hard to muster any other opinion. Sure.
Okay, great! Once we get the official assignment, we can talk again about what sort of incense we want, and then get Jacob to order it. I've got to get ready for the library, but if you want to know any more about the dark dance, come and ask and I can find you a book.
No, that's all right.
Okay, bye!
She rushes off. Well, after I grab some breakfast, what should I do today?
I guess I'll go to the mall again. I don't want to be spending too much time with Minnie. One of these days I'm gonna have to study and get more mana though, because I do not have a lot. Maybe I should actually start incorporating study into my normal weekly schedule. Let's go window shopping, because I have no money. Okay, I'm not going to sneak. We're going back to bed. And let's read. Columbus Day. Alright.
Luke needed my help to find the school library. He didn't want to ask Donald because he thought it would make him look stupid and was embarrassed. While I was there, I found Ellen doing research on the history of someone named Columbus, who was apparently very famous in non-magical America. Bump in the Night. Midnight Mystery. I tried to find more information about what happened last night. Luke thought it might have been a ghost.
A poltergeist, specifically. An invitation.
Minnie stopped by to ask me to meet her tomorrow morning. She seemed to be in a rush to get a lot of things done.
And I don't know where he was going. Well, that's that. Alright. Well, I guess we'll schedule study and green next week.